Previously on Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Haney versus Lomachenko.
I do everything better. I hit harder, I'm faster, stronger, younger, more athletic, got more heart. There's nothing that he can do better than me.
But Loma likes danger. He works with the danger.
I go to the bed with this dream. I wake up with this dream. Then you have a big motivation.
Loma made me wait 4 years to fight him. I'm upset. I don't like him. I want to beat him bad. I want to send him to retirement.
4 years ago, why he talking about this? Now for him it will be more easily than 4 years ago. No more words, only May 20. We'll see.
May 20th, watch me whoop on an amateur. The youngest undisputed champion ever.
ESPN! The universally recognized undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Devin the Dream Haney.
Undisputed, by definition, meaning not challenged or questioned.
He's an undefeated, unified world championship fighter.
In boxing, there was a time things were simple. 8 weight divisions, each with one champion. There were no doubts or questions about who the king was. There was no dispute. Over the years, one belt, one champion in each division became 2.
That's it. The fight is over.
And then 3.
Adler stopping him in the 3rd round.
To be undisputed in boxing became a rarity. Today, we are in boxing's 4-belt era.
I don't understand it. Only one world champion, only one.
As difficult as it is to capture those world titles, it has become even harder to keep them.
The Tartan Tornado!
While women's boxing boasts 6 undisputed champions, in boxing's 17 weight divisions, only 3 men hold all the titles: Canelo Alvarez, Jamel Charlo, and Devin Haney.
And still,
The importance of keeping those lightweight belts, remaining that one king, undisputed, is not lost on Haney.
I made history, becoming the youngest undisputed champion. The real champ.
The dream to do what is so rarely done, what he has never done, is what drives Vasily Lomachenko.
I don't have a time. I'm not young. It's only one fight, 4 belts. And now it's close, it's very close.
This is Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Haney versus Lomachenko.
It's 5 a.m. and it's first training. Yeah, on this day. And it's just, it's roller ski.
The early morning hours are prime time for uninterrupted training, as Vasily Lomachenko remains focused on his pursuit of becoming undisputed, a feat that has always been on his mind throughout his storied career.
When Loma started professional career, he's the one who always was pushing. Any division has to have a one champion, which means undisputed. If you recall it, 10 years ago, nobody was undisputed champions. He went from 126, we couldn't get unified fights. 130, we couldn't get unified fight. He went to 135 for the bigger guys to go into undisputed.
In a professional boxing, we have 4 belts. You can't be a world champion of one organization. How we have 4 different world champions in one weight classes? How? It looks like race. Lot of cars, and 2 cars will 2 first places. How? I can't take it. For me, it's only one world champion.
It's not hard. Hard wake up 5 in the morning. But this is a price you pay for your dream. Undisputed world champion. Yeah, bye, thank you.
Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, for their upcoming press conference, Devin Haney's morning begins a bit different, opting to enjoy a heavyweight meal instead of an early morning training session.
Scrambled turmeric roasted potatoes, fresh fruit, fresh juice.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Yes, sir.
That's how the heavyweights eat.
Let's go. He eats good all the way to the scale because he puts in the work like it should be done. He doesn't wait till the last minute to try to take it all off. So we eat all the way to the scale.
Gotta come right for the press conference.
Ahead of their much-anticipated matchup, Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko met face-to-face for the first time since Haney stepped in the ring after Lomachenko defeated Ortiz, setting the stage for about 4 years in the making.
Vasily, your amateur career, you won every fight. When you became a pro and even now, did you ever expect to lose because you won so much?
Look, in my mind, I didn't lose any fight in a professional boxing. In my mind, so that's why I sleep very well.
A win over Lomachenko on May 20th. Where does this place you in the pound for pound list?
Put me #1, man, because this was the guy y'all chose. This was #1 pound for pound. He was this, he was the Matrix, he was this, he was untouchable. I just want y'all to give me my credit.
Look, I said 4 belts. This is my motivation, and now it's last chance. This chance, it's the biggest moment in a professional career.
It's a fight that I've always wanted. I've been screaming this fight for a long time now.
We've been looking to make this fight for 4 years, and come May 20th, you're gonna see blood, sweat, and tears. And Lomachenko is gonna see something that he's never seen in the ring before.
Loma is a good fighter, but I'm just on a totally different level. I will be victorious, so I'm happy that the time has finally came. You or him won't touch these belts.
Thank you, Team Haney, who gave me this chance, and we'll see.
Good, guys, thank you.
As day turns to night in the City of Angels, Devin Haney wastes no time putting in the work. Fueled by the exchange earlier in the day, Haney takes to the streets of Los Angeles for some late-night cardio.
Loma has a good resume. He has a lot of names on his resume at smaller weight classes, but whenever Loma has fought somebody that hasn't came to lay down, he lost. And that's just reality.
He's only had 2 losses, and with both of his 2 losses, he has an excuse. We want to put an end to his excuses, put a nail in the coffin of Mr. Lomachenko, and send him on his way.
Loma has never been an underdog. This is the first time that Loma is an underdog. This time he's fighting a champion. He's fighting a bigger guy, stronger guy, faster guy, younger guy. All odds are stacked against him. And on May 20th, I will show the world why. His other fights, he's cool with having, a nice relationship, and you hug and you shake hands and you say thank you, and then he goes in there and he beats you up. Nah, I'm different. We don't gotta be friends. We're not friends. I don't care to have a relationship with Loma. I don't care to be his friend. I want to beat him bad. 5 miles in the bag, feeling good. I'm mad at Lomachenko. We're not friends. We want to be friends. We're not friends. He made me wait all this time for these belts. We're not cool. It's personal. On May 20th, we put it all to rest. And still,
Vasily Lomachenko is known for having some unique training methods. And this training camp is no different, as he looks to keep things lighthearted in preparation for fight day.
Sparring was yesterday and will be tomorrow. Today is special work. Boxing exercise, you know. Boxing technique, speed. Know what your goal? 10 seconds. If you don't somebody touch, you lose.
Who starts first? You?
I can. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Every loser 10 push-ups and go.
Yeah. Okay, we start. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you. Yes. What my father teach me and explain me, boxers need to be like athletes. Not only, he don't need to know not only boxing, he need to use a lot of other sports, and if you train a lot of other sports, you grow up like an athlete, and of course it's help you to be the best in this game, in the boxing. It's all sports where you need to think very fast, like in boxing. But boxing, faster. And you need to be prepared for this. You need to be ready for this. That's why we do these all things. If you're not learning every train, every time, then you're in a gym and don't want to be the best every day, every time, I think you're a fool.
Back in Vegas, the undisputed lightweight champion takes a much-needed break from training to visit those most dear to him. And no one is more dear than his grandma, who has been fighting a battle of her own as she was recently diagnosed with a rare form of cancer.
It's been 2 weeks since I seen my grandma. She's gonna be happy to see me. Surprise!
You scared the mess out of me, honey bun.
Hey, Grandma.
How are you?
How are you feeling?
I'm better.
You look good.
You better.
You look good. Your hair looks nice
Not
too.
my fighting weight, but
Yeah, not your fighting weight, but we getting there. We going into training camp. I love my grandma to death. Me and my grandma have a great relationship. I know that she's gonna beat this, that she's gonna win this fight, and she's going to beat cancer. Her fight is much more important than mine. She's a champion, she's a warrior, and she's gonna come out on top. She's a Haney, we don't lose, we only win.
we're working on it. We're working on it. I got my gloves on. But you just gotta keep going. Just like, he knows. He knows.
And the crazy thing is, I never hear her complain ever. She still just
I'm known to cuss a little bit though.
Oh, yeah,
A wee bit.
She puts her best foot forward and keep on going, and that's motivation for me.
This was his visit to Detroit every year. He'd come and stay with Grandma. Loved it. It would definitely be after curfew, and I'd hear the TV going. But when I walked in there, he was watching fights. He was definitely a student of the game, just lived and breathed boxing.
Which wasn't an overnight thing. The world sees it as quick success, and it happened so fast, but my grandma seen the work that I've put in. My grandma has just been there along the journey. We got so many memories. I used to train at Crunk in Detroit with her. My grandma was my homeschool teacher.
That was my boo-boo. Davin loves to talk. I went to a fairly large church in Detroit, and I took him one Sunday, and we're sitting there, and so the preacher's up giving his sermon, and he tugging on me, Grandma. I said, what, Deb? He says, when do I get to get up there and talk? I said, no, Deb, you don't on this. But what he did do when his great-grandma passed away, and it's time when they say, okay, who would like to say something at her, funeral? And the church got quiet. And Devin, who was about 6 or 7 at the time, got up. And he reminisced. So he's always been this kind of persona that can get up and talk to people, but he's never been afraid to get up and be the center of attention, where most kids shy away from it. I feel blessed to have a grandson like him.
Before every fight, my grandma always says, get him for grandma. So every fight, I just go into it like, I gotta do it for my grandma, I gotta get him, especially going into this fight. I use that as motivation, because her seeing me beat Loma will make her so happy.
Yeah, he's done good. I'm proud of him. Proud to say I'm old Devin's grandma.
It's okay, Grandma.
Okay, baby.
I'm gonna go get some sparring in.
Okay.
I'll see you later. I love you.
Lomachenko is 10 years older than the current undisputed champion in a matchup that pits experience against youth. Yet Lomachenko and his team are assured the years spent in the ring will be enough for a victory.
34, absolutely nothing wrong with a person. If you live a right life and you do what you're supposed to do, that age doesn't really matter. I would probably put more danger on a 24-year guy than on a 34. 24 guy is not mature enough. Loma made 3 fighters quit on a stool with his style because we couldn't see him. We couldn't find him in the ring. Loma gonna wear him down.
For me, he's a very talented boxer. He's a smart boxer, high boxing IQ, speed. Yeah, it's dangerous, but it's our job. We prepare for this. We train for this. Nobody bring in the ring something new. We all know about each other. It's just about strategy, and it's about how fast you can to adapt to your opponent. For this fight, I just do because it was my job, because it was my work. But now, then you have a big motivation. Now, then you're close to your goal. Now, then you're close to your dream. Now I'm enjoying it because it's very close to what I want in the boxing.
As fight night quickly approaches, Devin Haney's confidence remains unfazed as his training remains status quo, believing his preparation will be the answer for anything Lomachenko may bring on fight night.
Loma is a tricky fighter, but I'm just better than him, and that's what I look to prove. I think Loma is an amateur. He's never fought nobody like me who don't care what you did in the amateurs. It's about what you're gonna do on May 20th. And on May 20th, I'm gonna run over him. Whatever he brings on fight night, it won't be enough. I'm gonna make him look average. I'm gonna make him look ordinary.
All day, it's your show, Dave. Come on.
They're gonna say how great Devin Haney was. How he dismantled Loma.
With this being the 30th fight for Devin, he's matured. He'll stick to the game plan, inshallah, and make for an easy night. He'll show the world that he's pound for pound #1.
I'm #1 pound for pound. I'm the best, and I'm gonna prove it.
This is what it's all about, man. This is showtime now, man. It's your time to shine.
This is only the beginning. I'm 24 years old. I got a long career ahead of me. Loma is looking to retire soon. He's looking on his escape route. I'm ending him. I'm putting a stop to his career. We're gonna embarrass him, and he just won't be the same after. We're closing the chapter on Loma after this. I've been wanting this fight for a long time. It's finally here. Checkmate. Bingo. They fell for the trap. It's my turn.
The warrant has already been served. Lomachenko will be sentenced. Team Lomachenko and Vasil have run out of time.
The man who holds the 4 belts is here, Devin Haney, the dream.
Congratulations, and hopefully we can get it on.
Is this lightweight?
He's a big lightweight, huh?
No, it's heavyweight.
In the ring, I'll show you.
Okay. I will be ready.
The gauntlet has been dropped.
After winning his titles 8,000 miles away from home, Devin Haney relishes the opportunity to shine under the bright lights of Las Vegas.
You know, this was always a dream of mine to be fighting at the MGM Grand here in Las Vegas, where I grew up. It wouldn't matter wherever we were. We was fighting in Ukraine, we'll still be victorious. But it just makes it a lot more sweeter fighting here.
In a division that is one of boxing's deepest, serious challenges lie ahead for its champion. While the future beckons, Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko are focused on the present and the task that lies ahead.
We're preparing for the best Loma on that night. We're watching his best performances.
He is undisputed world champion. He is real champion right now.
I think Loma should have fought me 4 years ago when I was calling for him. Everything has gotten better since 4 years ago. Whatever he brings on fight night, it won't be enough.
Why he talking about this? Now for him it will be more easily than 4 years ago.
Does the crown stay with the young king?
I'm putting a stop to his career. But I'm gonna embarrass him, and he just won't be the same after.
Will the former king reign once more?
Look, he has a chance to prove what he said. So, we'll see.
On May 20th, we find out who will be undisputed.
It's time for the new guy to come in. Me. He's on his way out. Goodbye.